Hi there, everyone, and welcome to my recorded video in this second Brother Dartez Math Lecture Series. This is a webinar by the University of St. Salle, which I am connected. Again, I am Sir Chard Alova, a certified Vedic Maths teacher, a faculty in the Mathematics Department of the College of Arts and Sciences of the University of St. Salle in Bacolod City, Philippines. So I am here to talk about the Vedic Maths Essentials. So, in other words, this is an introduction to Vedic maths. So just going to talk about the essentials of what I can talk today, and hopefully I'll let you see the power, okay, and what Vedic maths can offer, okay, to mathematics teaching nowadays. So first of all, we need to talk about what Vedic mathematics is. So I need to keep it short and concise. Vedic mathematics is an ancient system of maths from India that has been recently reconstructed. Okay, so again, it's an ancient system of maths from India that has been recently reconstructed. So it is a complete system which is much more coherent and easier than the conventional maths. So it can be taken as it's new as well as it's ancient. So that's why we say it's reconstructed as well as it is a complete system of of mathematics. So it was first written by a spiritual teacher named Bharti Krishna Tirthaji. So he lived from 1884 to 1960, and this is Tirthaji here. So in his younger days, he was a brilliant scholar and was mostly interested in the ancient spiritual teachings of India. We call them the Vedas. So the Vedas are texts thousands of years ago and contain knowledge both spiritual and practical. They contain the philosophy that forms the basics or the basis of many Indian religions. So the Vedas, we can think of them as the Bibles of Hinduism. If I'm mistaken, so kindly correct me for that. So Tirthaji studied these Vedas together with associated commentaries and appendices. Fired by his own love of mathematics, he followed various clues and produced a system based on the 16 rules, or we call them sutras. Okay, by the way, he taught the system in various students, okay, and gave many talks and lectures. Tirthaji left behind one volume in 1958 entitled Vedic Mathematics, giving illustrative descriptions of some applications of the sutras. It was first published posthumously after his death in 1965, that is 5 years after his death. Since then, there has been an increased interest in this system of Vedic mathematics, and there are new books and websites available to learn more about it. So what are these 16 rules or 16 sutras here? So we have here the 16 sutras. Okay, these are what we call the main sutras. The word sutra means thread. And these sutras are formulas that link up many areas of mathematics, running like a thread right through mathematics. That's why we Tirthaji used the word sutra. So we have here we don't need to memorize them all. And in this lecture, in this talk, we're not going to I don't have the luxury of time to show all the applications of the sutras, but um I can give you one or two, maybe three sutras, and I will let you see the power of just using this maybe two or three sutras. So we're not going to go with um mile wide, inch deep. Instead, we will have an inch wide, mile deep, okay, of notion in these sutras. So these are again the main sutras, and with each main sutra we have what we call it in mathematical terms a corollary. So these are the sub sutras aligned with each of the sutras there. So we have 16 main sutras, also 16 corollaries or 16 sub sutras. So overall giving us 32 sutras, okay, in all. So why is it called Vedic, by the way? What makes it Vedic mathematics? Like we said, Tirthaji used base it. He is fond of reading the sutras, or rather the Vedas. So Vedic means or came from the word Vedas, which are ancient Indian texts, like we have talked about, written in Sanskrit, dated around 300 BC and 700 BC. So there are four Vedas. We have the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sama Veda, Athartha Veda. Okay, and Vedic maths is from the Athartha Veda. The word Veda also means knowledge. Okay, the name itself, the word itself means knowledge. And we will call this system Vedic Maths or Vedic Mathematics because that is the name it has been come to be known by. Just take note that there is a controversy still in India about the name Vedic Maths. Okay, some would like because some would very really much argue because these ideas they say that did not literally came from the Vedas, but it's only named Vedic Maths. Some would like to call it um Indian mathematics. Okay, but for our language, we will be using Vedic mathematics as its name because, well, number one, it is it's the exact title from the book of Tirthaji himself, Vedic mathematics. So we're going to make use of that. And number two, that's the name. It came to be popularized. It was popularized using that name. So we're going to make use of that. And also from the words of the founder of Mathanic Philippines, Virgilio Ike Prudente, it really um, doesn't well, we don't really look the title to be much importance. The important thing actually is that it helps. Okay, it helps it gives the student a more creative perspective in mathematics. It gives them a more holistic mathematical structure, and the system works. Okay, and it helps. As long as it helps, the name is not a problem. Okay, we're here to help. Okay, so just take note of that there are some controversy about the name Vedic mathematics. Now, what are the main features of Vedic mathematics? Number one, like we always say, it's a complete system of mathematics. Okay, it's a complete system of mathematics. Number two, it's more coherent than conventional maths. So the whole system is interrelated and said to be unified. Okay, more, it's more user friendly. It works the way the mind works. Okay, yeah, that's why it's linked up with philosophies and the rules of the Vedas. It's flexible. Okay, compared to modern teaching, you usually have one way of doing a calculation. This is rigid and boring, and intelligent and creative students rebel against it. Once you allow variations, you get all sorts of benefits, and children become more creative with that. And you can calculate from right to left as well as left to right. Okay, so we read, take note, we read, we pronounce, and we write numbers from left to right. So the numbers on the left are more significant because they are bigger values. So notice that conventionally we do addition, subtraction, multiplication, but we calculate division from from left to right, but we calculate addition, subtraction, multiplication from right to left. Imagine in the Vedics, if we can read or we can calculate from left to right, okay, that would be an ease, or it will give us, though it's not common, but it will give us a new dimension in calculating stuff because we are reading and pronouncing and writing numbers from left to right, though we solve it from right to left. So imagine if we can read, pronounce, write, and solve problems from left to right. We can solve things even while we are reading them. Okay. So in the Vedic system, we can add, subtract, multiply, and divide from left to right. From left to right. So what are the benefits of this? Mental calculations. Number one, mental calculations are easier because we read left to right. Likewise, we can count, pronounce, and think the numbers from left to right. So this should be more natural. Number two, we can get at the most significant figures in the calculation first. Okay, for instance, you're going to have a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 12,345. 12,000 is, more specifically, 10,000 is a more significant value than the 5 on the ones digit. So we can get to calculate them first, not last. Okay? So I hope you're with me with that explanation. And number six, we have special and general methods. There are special methods as well as general methods. Special methods, if you come to see this kind of problem and you see that the problems um, jibes with the conditions given, so it we can use the special method and then make the computations more easier. And we have also general methods which works in all the ways. It's mental, which means it improves the memory of the students and the pupils, and it makes math fun. Okay, it makes math fun, and allows pupils, or rather, allow pupils to use their creativity. Okay? So the experience of the joy of mathematics is an immediate and natural consequence of practicing Vedic mathematics. And this is the true nature of maths, not the rigid and boring system that is currently widespread worldwide. Right? So we want to share this knowledge of Vedic maths not because we want it to be to be used first, but we want it to be applied, and students and teachers can see it. In the end, hopefully, it can be used. It can change the curriculum, hopefully. Okay. But now we want as much as possible that we can help. Okay. If it can change the curriculum, much better. But our main purpose is to help the students um, have a different perspective in mathematics. Okay. So in the end, hopefully we can change. It's going to be a paradigm shift. It's not going to be easy. It's gonna take times and maybe years to change the system, but um, we're trying. Okay, we'll try. But it's a step, right? It's a step. Now for this talk or this lecture, we have here the course content. I have prepared the course content for everyone. First, we're going to start with the subtraction using all from 9 and the last from 10. Number two, we're going to introduce bar numbers. And with this bar numbers, we're going to integrate the bar numbers with our subtraction, which gives us a general case subtraction, how to subtract any number from any number in arithmetic. Number four, multiplication by nines. This is a general case, or rather a special case rather, which still makes use of all from 9 and the last from 10. So usually here we're going to make use of one sutra, specifically all from 9 and the last from 10. And we're going to, we can see that the application of this sutra is far, okay, it's deep. Okay, not only in this single branch or in this single operation, but it can be in a lot of ways. With this multiplication of nines, we introduced multiplication. So we will have the vertical and crosswise multiplication under sutra, which also is a general case for multiplication for two-digit numbers, or rather for multiplying two integers or two numbers, not specifically two digits. Number six, we're going to have now, since we're in multiplication, we're going to touch algebraic products, and we're going to show um, how to multiply two expressions in one line. Okay, and there's a bonus after this all. We will see this. This is away from our solvings here. This bonus will take care of or let you show. I will just showcase that Vedic mathematics is not only used in arithmetic or in algebra. It can be applied also in higher mathematics. It is said to be used in all of mathematics. So I'm going to show you how it applies in an analytic geometry. Okay, so I think I need to end this video right now. This will serve as an introduction. I will be preparing another video after this. I will just cut that in different parts so that it won't be that heavy. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.